Hi. So, we're going to talk about your six-figure self built this, but your seven-figure self thinks way differently. Hi, everyone. Steffi Lane here, and I'm having a great hair day and a great skin day. So, I was like, I have to go live. I have to. These selfish reasons. I'll just share a little behind the scenes. Like, my hair has taken forever for me to understand how to use it, the right products, the right stuff. So I feel like at 38, and I'm not talking about hair and stuff today, but this is how we're starting. At 38, I finally have figured out my hair. So, anyways, for my wavy hair, curly girls, like when you finally figure it out, it feels like, oh, the holy grail has opened. So today we're going to talk about you built the six figures and now you're ready for the next level. Maybe it's seven figures, maybe it's multiple six figures, but you are smart, you are self-aware, you're intuitive, you've built something super real. Then this conversation is for you. So you're going to want to lean in and listen to this conversation. And this conversation is being streamed onto my YouTube. So you can either rewatch it on YouTube or on Facebook, but I know Facebook deletes things after a certain amount. Okay, so I'm just going to ground the energy because I'm feeling really excited about doing this. I would love to do more of these lives. So your six-figure self built this. So she built the brand, she built the business, she built the stability, she built the proof, she built the self-concept. But your seven-figure self, she thinks and moves and acts differently and has way different standards in how she sees herself. Okay, way. And then when most women try to hit a new income goal, what happens is their wiring that got them there won't get them to that next level. We all know this. We know this, but do we actually really know this? And then what happens is you feel heavy, you feel like a plateau, you feel like, why are things so much harder? And you think that you need to work harder equals you getting the results. More results. So to get more results equals you putting in more work, which actually can be further far from the truth. And it's this is why working hard instead of expanding cleaner. So we got to expand. And it's not a strategy problem. You've got all the strategies in place, but it is this. It is identity collaboration. Oh wait, no. Let me say that again. This is what happens when you go to you do this. Actually, no, it is. It's identity collaboration, not collab, but collaboration. So you are collabing to that new identity, who you are being. So what does your six-figure self do? Who is she now? So perhaps, let's talk about her with respect. So she's capable. She can do things. She follows the strategy, the plan that her coach gave her. She works hard, she carries a lot, she solves everything on herself or maybe like a really, really small team, right? And then she is needed by everyone, right? She's like, she's in all the places and she provides her value constantly. She wants to be of use and of value. And I see this really important in the beginning of your stage. But in order to get to that seven figure, that new identity, that new income goal, it's going to be different and it's going to be uncomfortable. So she also builds momentum through effort. That is key. She thinks that she has to build everything through effort, over delivers, maybe over functions, over extends. But what really I've seen the shift from a six-figure identity, I'm going to stand up because I'm moving a lot of energy. I get very passionate when I'm on here. And if you are here, say hello. Don't be shy. I'm going to take a quick sip of my tea. That feels good. That feels good. Okay. Where were we? So where we were is that the traits, like we said, that built the six-figure are not the traits that stabilize the seven-figure. So your six-figure self earned it. She did the things. We have to celebrate her. We have to love her for what she has done. But your 7-figure self expands. It's that omnipresence. It's that I have systems, I have people in place, I have things working for me, and I have assets that are creating me wealth, that are creating me abundance. So whether through, assets, regular traditional assets, or through digital assets, she's got a different standard. She's got different nervous system. She has a different pace and a different way of being. And she just feels differently. When I am connecting with my 7-figure clients versus my 6-figure clients, my 7-figure clients have this energy of like, okay, yeah, I'll figure it out. We'll make it happen. We'll do this. It's almost like any obstacle that comes in their way, they don't see it as an obstacle. They just see it as like a little snafu, a little hiccup. When I see my 6-figure clients, and I only laugh because I've been there, it's like, this thing sucks. Oh my God. All the circumstances are not good. I've messed up on this email. I did this and this. And it's okay. We're all human. We have the human experience, but it's really about noticing and refining your energy systems, because your 7-figure self, your high level, next level person isn't thinking about self. She is thinking about leverage. Okay, let me say that again. She isn't thinking about self. She is thinking about leverage. Leverage. That's key. That's actually key because she thinks in assets. Okay, so what is that? This video, for example, is a digital asset. She thinks, okay, how's my Instagram going to be an asset? How is this positioning? How is this identity? How am I going to scale? Right? How am I going to make this scale? So she does not ask, she does not ask, how can she work harder? She asks, how can this work without me? How can this work? And of course, there's some things like right now, obviously we're seeing the future right now where this could be an AI stuffy right now. And maybe I'll send this video in the future to my AI self, and then she'll be creating videos for myself in my tonality, in my voice, in my personality. But right now you can't duplicate that. This is me. This is who I am right now in this moment. And she does not say, I need to do this more. I need to be this more. She says, what version of me is required for this level? What version? Remember leverage? What version of me? And then she moves slower, a little bit cleaner. She protects her energy aggressively. I've had to really learn that because I'm a very magnetic person and a lot of people want access to my energy. And you got to pay for it. You just got to pay for it. I'm almost 40. Like, you just got to pay for it. This is what it is. Like, if you want access, and it's not cheap, and I feel comfortable and confident, whether it's through my coaching or through my agency or through Design Hacker, that is what it is. It is what it is. So she is not reactive, and she calibrates. Remember, she calibrates. And this is the part most women resist. So most women resist this because their nervous system, their standards are used to earning through effort, right? They're used to, if I effort my way through, if I do hard work, I'm going to achieve the result. But how many times have you done the thing and you didn't get the result? The result isn't going to come from, there has to be some effort. There's got to be aligned action, but it is never going to be the guaranteed thing. That's the thing that pisses me off a lot about new entrepreneurs. And they just don't know, but like this pissed me off. And I'll be honest, was like, I did everything. I went through this. I went through the course. I did X, Y, Z. How long is it going to be? How long do I need to watch the modules for me to achieve the thing? I don't know. Are you passionate about it? Are you going to show up? Are you going to be seen? Are you an expert in it? Do you have a system? Do you have a way to take a payment? No, got work to do, because it is, yes, you have the effort, but it is through the little steps that you get there. And then I kind of lost my train of thought on that. I got really passionate about it. But 7 figures requires earning through embodiment. Through your embodiment, you earn through who you are being, your embodiment. I'm just checking to make sure this looks good. Dude, I'm having so much fun doing this. This is fun. Thank you for being here. I know a lot of you guys watch the replays and tell me, and then you guys freaking DM me telling me that you watched it, but you don't comment, and that's okay. I get it. So let's talk about the identity gap. So here is where women are stuck and women get a little bit fearful. They try to add this strategy instead of shifting your identity. So they buy another course, they get some more makeup, they hire another team member, they add another offer, they throw money at this thing, but the baseline has not changed. Why? Because if your identity is still the fixer, the over deliverer, or the over responsible, the one who carries everyone, the one who earns through efforting and through immense pressure, you will recreate your 6-figure patterns and then your 7-figure results. Versus if you start to, and then you burn out, which we hate burnout. Burnout is no bueno. So we want things to be clean. Okay. How do we get this? So your 7-figure identity requires this: emotional regulation. What do you do that? I do that with walks. I do it with food. I do it with movement. I do it with tapping. You find the thing. Clean boundaries, clear standards. Your self-concept holds the power. Your self-concept holds, and you can feel that power. Feel it, feel it, feel it. And then decisions are made from certainty, not fear. And it's not louder, it's deeper. I'm not going to be out here shouting, screaming, doing TikTok dances, trying to do the latest trends. You actually are rooted and grounded in your embodiment, okay? You are rooted and grounded in your embodiment. You are rooted and grounded in your embodiment, okay? Perfect. So why this matters now? Why does this identity shift matter now? So with everything happening in the world, which I'm actually very excited because I know I'm going to catch a really good wave with this AI stuff. I know I know I am. I know my husband is. I know my family is. I know what we're going to do. And so uncertainty, yeah, it's uncertain. I've been uncertain my whole life. The market shifts, changes, noise, chaos, news things. It's okay. It's going to happen. So the women who rise above and whose identity is anchored is going to win. You are going to win by being embodied. And your income level reflects your self-concept, and your ceiling is psychological before it's financial. So it's, what do I say by that? It's like you really can feel it before you actually notice it in your bank account. So if your system cannot hold it, you will subconsciously collapse it. And I've seen this over and over again. And it's not about working more. It's not about hustle. It's not about trying everything. It's about your capacity and showing that and being that, and the capacity of that identity, the capacity of you, the capacity of you. Okay. You hear me on that? So how do we shift? How do we shift this? This is exactly why I created the Quantum AI Mentor Sessions, because you do not need more information, but you need personalized recalibration. You need to know your current and map out your current identity. And then you need to identify where your 6-figure wiring is running your decisions. They're in little things. They're in little things like guilt trips and frustration loops and ways that you're shooting all over yourself. They're very, very, very little. And then pinpointing where you're leaking power. I've done so many of these calls, and women are leaking power in very, very small things. And then design a structure that supports your baseline. Okay. What is your baseline? What needs to be natural for your 7-figure self? And this isn't mindset stuff. This is actually identity recalibration and engineering, which I see with your human design, with your gene keys, and with your personal assessment. The price for the Quantum AI Mentor Sessions are going to increase, and then they will be a do-it-yourself model that will be more accessible. But this is for the women who already know she is done hovering at her edge and she's ready to bust through that. So we're going to be doing this. So you can book a Quantum AI Mentor session with me. And then also I have 3 to 6 month coaching packages, identity coaching packages to stabilize into your next identity. If you're going for 6 figures, if you're going for 7 figures. I've seen this a lot with my clients. And it's a little bit different for each person. So recalibrating your standards, your leadership, your execution, how you see yourself, how you know yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your challenges, your nervous system, maybe some things coming up, things that you're fearing, and then your decision processes. How do you make decisions? How fast are you? How quick are you? How slow are you? How methodically, is that a word? Methodical you are. Isn't this cute? My cute little cup. So we want to expand your identity until it feels normal. Things feel normal. This feels normal. And then when we do that, there's no drama, there's no chaos, there's no one taking you off your anchor because you are rooted in this. You are rooted in who you are and who you're being and who you're becoming. So I really desire this for you. And I'm sure you desire this for yourself, that you're like, I'm ready to hit that next income goal. I'm ready to stop feeling this way in my body. I'm ready to, go after this thing. So your 6-figure self built something powerful. Give yourself honor you, honor where you've been, but do not let her cap you. You do not let her cap and say, okay, this is great. This is all I ever want. Because your next level self, let's say your 7-figure self, she moves, she has standards differently, she decides, she thinks, she feels differently, and she holds herself and others differently. And again, like I said, you don't need to work harder. You just need to become and learn to become the woman that can hold more, the woman of your dreams, which I believe is who you've always wanted to be, who you've always wanted to become, who you've always wanted to feel. And then that shift happens, and it changes everything. Whew. That was powerful. If this hit, I highly recommend that you go back and listen to this. And then I would recommend book a quantum AI mentor session with me. These sessions are really powerful for you understanding your human design, your gene keys, your personal assessment. Where are you, drawing, where are you drawing blank? And then where are you exceeding in, and where can you enhance? And then we map out your identity and we recalibrate it. It's these little fine tunements that we help you to get back into your alignment, get back into your power, get back into your leadership, get back to building and making more money because you feel in your power and you know how to stay there. That's the thing. You know how to stay there. So if you're ready to fully stabilize into this identity and expand over the next 3 to 6 months, you can message me either here on Facebook, or you can message me and DM me on Instagram at embody-society. And this is for the woman that already knows that she's powerful, but she wants to amplify it. She wants to expand it. She wants to go beyond her edge and really create the identity of her dreams, really create the embodied identity of, wow, look what I've done. Look what I've created. Look who I am. Who I am. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you again. Love your face.